All right, what's up everyone? So it's been a while since I gave you guys an update, and I've gotten a lot of questions lately about what's going on in my order, what's the status of Wave 2, it looks like you haven't really moved a lot of products lately, and I wanted to kind of ease everyone's minds here and give you guys a really in-depth status update on kind of what's going on. So the past week has been incredibly busy for me in regards to personal projects and my regular day job. And then I also just got my second COVID vaccine, which took me out for most of the weekend. But rest assured, during all of this time, I have still been printing. Everything's been taken care of. It's just that during the little free time I had to work on my conversion service customers and my pre-modded customers. But that being said, if we take a look over here, I've got like full bins of the watch kits as well as the back plates, and usually these parts take about 3 hours a piece and those take about 1 hour a piece, and I don't really have like a full back inventory. I'm usually waiting on those to print, and then I also have like a series of buttons and everything here ready to go. So in short, I have most of the pieces ready to go and ready to be shipped out right now. It's just that I haven't really had the time to assemble everything into the boxes and then get them ready to be shipped out. On top of that, I do spend, again, a lot of my spare time here and what I do have trying to finish like the pre-mods and stuff. And if we look down here, I'm working on one right now. So that's what's kind of going on right now. I'm hoping that by this weekend, you'll probably see an influx of like 50 or 60 orders just getting pushed out really fast. Because generally speaking, the DIY kits, I can just autopilot once I have a moment. I just kind of like to do them all together. And I know it seems a little jarring when you don't have the insight that I have when working on this, because you're probably thinking like, oh man, this is going to be delayed or there's a problem or something like that. And in reality, I've been busy, but I also like to do things in batches. That's just kind of how I operate. So that's what's going on there. To all of my customers who have like truly unique logos. So I was clowning on Twitter the people who just get like the Crest of Courage, but like the people who get like the one of one really unique type of logos, those are probably going to be a little bit later. So you're probably looking at like end of the week, beginning of next week or so is probably when I get those going. It kind of depends. But you will see in the next week, I'm going to be pushing out a large quantity of these orders as I gear towards the end of the more labor-intensive things like my pre-modded kits and stuff like that. So just keep in mind, I'm working on it. Everything's good. If you guys have questions or comments about anything at all, feel free to leave a comment or shoot me a message if it's about your particular order on Etsy, and I'll get back to you. But just rest assured that everything is going. Again, just because of the workflow that I have, it's just easier for me to kind of do things in batches or in bulk. So again, I apologize if it seems a little like weird. But yeah, that's what's going on there with Wave 2. It should be taken care of pretty soon. And as we approach the tail end of Wave 2, and it sounds weird to call this the tail end because it doesn't look like it, I wanted to talk about what's going to happen next. So I've already mentioned that the month of August is going to be incredibly eventful for me, and I'm not going to be available. I'm probably going to be in vacation mode for that entire month. But I do want to talk about like what's going to happen moving forward. So there will be more kits, and I'm going to resume operations like normal after that. I'll probably continue going throughout the remainder of the year, definitely. But some people have been asking like, well, can I get one sooner? And the answer to that is going to be maybe. So what I'm planning is potentially a smaller wave. So I'm thinking Wave 3, or some people have been calling it Wave 2.5. I've called it that jokingly. And it's going to depend on how quickly I can get this current wave done. Potentially, I might do a smaller batch of like 50 to 75 DIY kits only, so no conversions, no pre-mods, just DIY kits because they seem to be going really smoothly, and also I can get these in and out of the door really quick. But if I have enough time where I think it is comfortable for me to get all those out before the end of July, then I will do it. There is a wait list for Wave 3 on my Etsy page as well as Twitter if you're curious about that. But it's just going to depend. And if I can't get it, then we'll just resume operation like normal at the end of August, beginning of September. Then we'll just do what we do. Some of you guys also have been asking about like the emailing list. Some of you guys have not been getting the emails. And really the best I can say about that is I use MailChimp as my emailing campaign service. And I try to have the most human-looking email possible. So, I try to add like an automatically generated recipient name. I try to have my personal name as well. And I just export a CSV from Google Sheets. So realistically, I know some of you guys have had my emails go into your spam, your junk folder, so be sure to check that. But I can't go and then just verify every single person's email. And I know that on occasion, some emails just get missed because of maybe an invalid email was typed or there was an issue exporting. But I get hundreds of these, so I can't really go and like babysit and send individual emails. It's just not feasible. So if you guys don't get the emails, I apologize. There's not too much I can do about it, unfortunately. And the best thing I can say is favorite my Etsy shop or keep an eye out on Twitter. I just kind of want to make that notice like public, just because I don't really have a better way to do it. I can make announcements on YouTube or something like that as well, if that helps, but just kind of keep that in mind. So that's what's going on there. Some other people have been asking like, hey, what's going on with your DIM card case? So I'm sure you guys are probably familiar with this thing. Now there's a clear top so you can see which DIMs you have in there, and then of course it's got my logo on the backside. I don't know if I'm gonna sell these anymore. So there was a guy on Discord who contacted me asking about my design and seeing specific things about the design. He even contacted me directly to ask if he could sell my design, in which I said no. And then he went and ripped off my design and sold it anyway for the price I was going to sell it for. So it kind of just begs the question of like, why even bother doing this anymore? Because you can just get one of these readily available online, and my printers are always going, so like I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep up with demand. Yes, my design is different than his. Technically, his is a little bit fatter, and I don't know, it's like the DIM cards are holstered differently, but if you look at the design language of his other products and then you look at this one, there's a clear difference. And then also, I have the chat logs, so it's there, and I know he just like blatantly stole my design. And that's fine, I guess. I don't know. Like, it's one of those things where like he technically beat me to market, and I'm genuinely not mad. I'm a little annoyed, but it's whatever. It's just one of those things where realistically, if we're talking like objectively here, is it even worth my time to create a competing product that arguably has a market that's filled, that is going to take up time for the other products that I'm already kind of backfilled printing? I don't know. I know people have been bugging me for this particular case. We'll see. I don't know what the demand is even like at this point anymore. And again, it may not even be worth my time to print these. So if it's something that you're interested in still, let me know. But otherwise, you can just find this type of case or this style of case online on Etsy. So maybe just go over there and just grab one real quick. So weird indirect plug there, but you can just get one. Other than that, some other stuff, kind of housekeeping moving forward. This channel has been very Vital Bracelet heavy for the last, I don't even know how long, like 2 months or so, maybe longer. And I feel like I've kind of done every Vital Bracelet thing that I've really wanted to do at this point. And that may be disheartening for some, because I know a lot of you guys have been interested in like what else I may be doing with Vital Bracelet type things. And while I had ideas for a slimmer Vital watch that would be like waterproof and things like that, I just don't know if I really care enough to do it, if I'm going to be honest with you guys, because truthfully I'm happy with my watch. I guess another personal anecdote with Vince, I started lifting. I actually have like a barbell now. Like there's a bar that I just keep, and I lug it to my fitness center and I slap weights on it, and I just started doing that. I'm like 2 days into it, so I'm really new. But the Vital watch has been really not agreeable, not compatible, serviceable. I don't know, because I know that the Vital bracelet would be a pain in the butt, but my watch has been holding up fantastically during all this, and I just don't really care to make a slimmer one. Like it'd be cool for a science project, but it's just not something that I really want to spend the extra R&D on. And I know myself enough that if I do make a version 2, it has to be completely smooth, it has to be fully waterproof, it has to be slimmer. I'm going to solder extra parts onto it. I have to find the perfect vibration motor, I have to find the perfect battery, and all of these other things. I just don't care. because my watch, it works and it does what I want, and I'm very happy with it, and I just don't care to put that much time and effort in. And I know that people would ask me to sell it, and I know what the amount of work that I would have to do and what the version 1 took out of me. Even just doing these conversions right now, I just know it's not something that I would want to mass produce. And I feel really bad as well making a product that I'm very genuinely happy with. Like, I love the Vital Watch. And I think it's really scummy for me to be like, oh, hey, I have a second one now. Like, less than 3 months in or whatever it is. So I definitely would revisit this at a later date. But as it stands right now, I'm pretty happy. So I don't see myself doing that anytime soon. Kind of just moving forward, we'll play with some other stuff. I definitely want to do other projects, especially with 3D printing. So if you guys have any other ideas, Vital Bracelet or not, if you guys want to see other 3D printing experiments and things, let me know. In the future, there's probably going to be other content as well on here. For people that have been following me on Twitch and stuff, you know that you can catch me on Twitch doing kind of like random stuff. I can be building Vital Watches, or I could be soldering, I could be playing a game. I've really been digging Final Fantasy 14 and Guilty Gear Strive, even though I have like single-digit play hours in both of those things. But in the future, you might see like a Strive video. I know I want to make a custom arcade stick. You can't really see it here, not this stick, but the one up here. There's actually a fully custom arcade stick that I've built. It's made of like a solid block of walnut that's been milled out, and I did all the wiring and stuff. And I want to make another arcade stick, but also I have another stick coming soon, so maybe I'll just use that one. I don't know, it depends. So I don't know, you might see like a Guilty Gear video, you might see an arcade stick video. You'll probably, I don't know if I have Digimon cards coming as well. I don't know if I want to keep them or if I want to sell them. I used to be really heavy into it, but it's just so difficult to get product where I live and nobody plays in my area, so it's just like kind of fallen off for me. As much as I genuinely love the game and the mechanics. So yeah, those are just a couple of things that are like brewing in my mind. Just expect other non-Vital Bracelet stuff on this channel moving forward. But if you guys have suggestions on like things you would like to see or ideas that you would like for me to test out, let me know. I'd be curious to hear what you guys think. You might see, again, you could see anything on this channel. I'm not into the YouTube space for consistency. I'm not into it for like channel views or anything. I'm just doing this because I like doing what I do, and I just think uploading videos is cool. So I think that's it. Again, expect more Vital Watches being pushed out by the end of the week. If you guys have questions, comments, or concerns about anything, again, leave a comment down below, or if it's about your order in particular, leave a message. Message me directly on Etsy. It's the fastest way to get to me by far. That's my wife. You don't have to subscribe to my channel because I don't really care about subscribers at all. But I think that's it. I'll talk to you all later. Thank you guys for listening. Peace.